I'm Eric Prescott. I'm 17 years old and I'm a sophomore in high school. Right now, I only take 5 classes in a study hall period. I take history, English, filmmaking class, it's an extra. I also take chemistry and geometry as my math. My favorite class is probably history because you learn a lot about politics and I feel that's really interesting, but also certain things that do and don't work in, just how the world works. My hardest class, I think, is probably chemistry because every time something new is introduced, I struggle a lot to put it in the real world and think, how does this make sense with everything else, every other part of my life? My favorite part of sophomore year was probably the winter because I got to coach little kids for the Rugrats program at Sunday River, and I skied with them all the time, almost every day of the week, and it was just wonderful. I it's when I learned that I was good with kids, that I loved working with them. Sophomore year isn't necessarily the most exciting, but it's definitely a lot more relaxed than freshman because when you're a freshman, you're dealing with, who are you as a person, what's your place in the school or community, and at the same time, you don't get a lot of the privileges. But when you're a sophomore, you feel like you own the place. Like you've been here for over a year already. You know how everything works. You know most of the people, and you don't get treated like a little kid. So it's definitely a lot more comfortable, and the academics tend to be easier, not because of the actual difficulty level, but just because you're used to how everything works, and there's no big leap from freshman to sophomore year. It's just like one long period.